Hey, it's hammer time.
Well, public safety, it all starts with you need to be safe. Every business would feel that, sort of a bottom line type thing is to live in a community where they feel safe to not just run their businesses, but for their spouses and their kids. What's your philosophy in terms of working with other law enforcement agencies within Arizona, whether it's DPS or city or even other sheriffs? How is the collaboration statewide?
Well, I benefit from the fact that we have several transplants from Phoenix PD that are running other offices or running the Phoenix Police Department. So the relationships personally were already in place because of professional backgrounds. But I would tell you that I don't know that I could have been more fortunate to be the sheriff at a better time because there are so many talented heads of office throughout this community. So we work very well together, first and foremost. And as you stated, our safety as well as our health are the two most important things to any of us. You could have all the money in the world, but if your loved one is ill or unsafe, that money can't do anything for you. The opioid addiction and other factors that come through kind of this health lane, but then impact public safety are issues for all of us. So our efforts to collaborate and find ways to provide safety for our children, safety in the schools, is a natural fit. And it's as natural as the fact that we have borders that run so succinct throughout our community, and it's going really well.
On the opioid situation, does that also connect with some of the federal law enforcement agencies and even with Mexico possibly?
Absolutely. One of the first people I brought over when I came to the sheriff's office was a retired agent, DEA agent, who was an expert in enforcement, but now he leads up a lot of our outreach. So he's taken all this enforcement and he's transitioned to how can we do more to help people make better decisions or to recover from their addiction. Because we have plenty of inmates, trust me, we have no shortage of them, but it would be nice if we could help people help themselves to get off of addiction, to prevent them from committing crimes to feed their addiction and make it a healthier community. So identifying experts in different fields, then bringing them into the sheriff's office, even to the point where I've civilianized a lot of positions because I want people who are experts in the business world or in certain areas that benefit our efforts in law enforcement to do the job as opposed to trying to teach a deputy to do a different job. I want the deputies on the street and doing enforcement and investigations. I want experts in other areas contributing in the way that they can benefit our efforts.
One issue I think about a lot, having 3 girls in the public school system here, is school safety. And we've had some incidents here, and other states have had just some terrible tragedies.
Yeah.
Just interested in any thoughts you have on that and how, because to me this is a broader issue that brings in the business community, brings in the education community, it brings in our mental health system, and obviously law enforcement.
It is naive to think there's any one solution to that problem. It is very complex and it comes from different directions, so we all have to be invested. I'm a firm believer that, we talk about mental health, but I really believe in wellness, in community wellness as much as educational wellness. So how can we do more to provide support for students who are challenged with things that when you and I were much younger, were not present, whether it's the bullying or the technology or all those other factors, the drug addiction, it has escalated to a level that was foreign to us. So how can we provide them resources to keep them well? And then how can we ensure that public safety and others are focusing outward? Let's not wait till the threat gets to the campus. Let's see how we can be more proactive to stop that threat before it begins the progression to attack our children. There was a time when our schools and our churches were considered, safe zones. It was taboo to have someone attack those spaces. Now all of a sudden it's commonplace. We have to change the way we do things as a society and culturally to put the needs and safety of our children as the #1 priority every day.
In my opinion, you've done an excellent job. The meat and potato issues regarding the sheriff's office. Certainly before your time, ton of attention on all issues related to immigration, issues related to the cooperation with federal entities. Interested in your thoughts and your philosophy and sort of your operating system when it comes to on anything immigration related, working with the federal entities.
Yeah, and it's still a challenge today. I don't believe that we've actually developed any solutions or addressed that in an effective way at all in the past 10, 20, 30 years. The challenge with it has grown considerably, but our response to it has not. We will always be lawful as a law enforcement agency. That's our obligation, our constitutional responsibility. So when there are elements of that practice of immigration enforcement that are unlawful, first of all, we won't be a participant because it's not within our mission. But additionally, we're under 2 federal court orders, and those restrict us from being involved in immigration enforcement. So Courtesy holds, which were a practice in the past, were unlawful. They were a violation of the Fourth Amendment, so I stopped that practice. But at the same time, we have a challenge with unlawful immigration that ends up extending into other criminal behavior, not by everyone, but by a percentage of the population. So for everyone who comes to the jails that I'm responsible for, who has committed a crime against the state and is also in the state unlawfully, we give ICE access to interview those individuals, make a determination if they want to take custody. But in taking that custody and that transfer, it must be done lawfully, which means as soon as they're set for a lawful release from the state charges, ICE must take custody and transport them to a federal penitentiary or detention center. So we facilitate their mission without extending beyond our mission. And we do that to protect ourselves from lawsuits, from violating the law in and of itself, and from being a good partner to all law enforcement agencies. So it is something I'm committed to, and I know that it's polarizing to some, but it is my hope that as a nation we develop a more comprehensive solution to the challenge of immigration so good people have a chance to either pursue citizenship or job opportunities.
Just a couple of final questions. Since I represent a lot of businesses in the state of Arizona, what can we do in the business community to help your office and to make Arizona a safer place?
There are times, I learned this through Silent Witness, where the business community can invest in public safety initiatives. It doesn't always have to be monetary, but as an example, the most powerful tool for law enforcement to solve crimes is the community. So helping us extend our message outward, whether it's to your employees on how to be safe or if they have information on crimes, whether it is investing financially with resources and other projects. As an example, we're working on 2 critical projects right now. One is addressing unserved felony warrants in Maricopa County, fugitives, the most dangerous of those in crime who pose an ongoing threat to our safety. I'm putting together a program right now to, quite frankly, put rewards on the heads of those who are most dangerous, and that requires financial resources that come from a private sector. Additionally, we're building a new MASH unit for the animals in our care that are seized because they are abused animals or neglected animals. They become evidence, which is terrible to say, but we're responsible for their care and their custody until the outcome of the courts, which can be extended periods of time. We're taking them out of the oldest jail that is downtown Phoenix because it's not even safe for human, for humans to be detained there, let alone animals. And PetSmart has taken the lead to help us build a brand new facility at the Durango property where inmates will be responsible for the care and compassion of these animals. So that's another area that if anyone has a passion for it, reach out to our office, because it will be paid for solely out of private funds to build the facility. Then the sheriff's office will be responsible for the operations and overhead. But it's going to be an amazing facility once we can put it all together. So those are the types of things we can do. But at the end of the day, let's just be good partners. Let's work together on issues, educate us, help us educate you on safety, and let's put together a force that is much bigger than the force of crime that tries to oppose us.
Well, Sheriff, I appreciate using that creativity towards very good ends. And I'll just say that on the business community perspective, we want to help you. We're very grateful for your work and your dedication to the state of Arizona. Thank you very much for being on the program today.
It's always an honor.
Thank you,
Spend
Sheriff.
time with. Thank you very much.